You cannot be soliciting that anyone that has problem against this man be coming out. That's criminal public incitement. That is an harassment. That is an irresponsible use of social media and an irresponsible use of your right to express yourself. That we have a criminal complaint against him and we're giving them 3 days to come forth to the police, himself, Doris Ogala, and Verydarkman, to present proofs of all allegations they have made, contrary to which we would ensure they face the maximum wrath of the law.
Hey guys, my people, Omo Wahala no dey finish oh. This Pastor Chris Okafor's case has taken a new turn, and this time around the man no get joy at all. As in, he just gave all the people that has been accusing him, especially Verydarkman, 3 days to show evidence of all the accusations him and actress Doris Ogala leveled against him. If not, hey, heavens will fall. And not just that though, even his other baby mama Ebere just granted another interview where she revealed the latest developments between her and the Pastor Chris Okafor. And guys, for real, you better get a seat because you can't afford to miss this update. Meanwhile, thank you so much for stopping by my channel, fam. If you're new here, you're very welcome. Please kindly subscribe and don't forget to turn on the notification bell for latest gist and trending news as we continue to serve you with the latest, alright? So as we all know, for the past few months now, actress Doris Ogala has been laying so many accusations against the Pastor Chris Okafor, from accusing him of destroying her life after promising her marriage, to accusing him of so many other things, including burying people in his altar and raping some of his church members. And not just that, even the popular activist Verydarkman backed her up by releasing shocking videos of 2 of the pastor's daughters confessing how their dad used to abuse them before and after he climbs the pulpit. And as we all know, those accusations spread the internet like wildfire, with so many other people coming out to accuse the pastor of one thing or the other. In fact, it got to the point that they started calling on the Nigerian police to step in and investigate the matter, while at the same time calling on the pastor to step down from handling the pulpit, which he eventually did about a week ago with the excuse that he was going to spend some time with his wife. But on the contrary, it looks like he actually took that break to focus on this case, because just few days after he stepped down, he was summoned by the Nigerian police over allegations of multiple rape, sexual offenses and other acts of misconduct, which he refused to honor. In fact, according to the Nigerian police, he only showed up a day after with a new twist to the case, as the AIG ordered that the case be transferred from Panti police station in Lagos, where it was being handled, to police force headquarters in Zone 2, Abuja. So it is now being investigated at the force headquarters, and we are waiting to hear the outcome.
When he was invited, he got to us through his lawyer that will be appearing on Monday. So on Monday, we waited for him, we didn't see him, and I directed that he should be arrested. Subsequently, he showed up yesterday. Yes, he showed up yesterday. He later learned that the same matter has been opened at the Zone 2 headquarters with the Assistant Inspector General of Police in charge of Zone 2, which I needed to verify, and I've verified the same. And he told me the matter is being investigated under his command for about 3 weeks now. So the AIG occupy a higher office than mine as the commander, and is my immediate supervisor since he's into the matter. So we asked him to, we handed him over back to the zone.
But guys, in the latest development, Pastor Chris Okafor has sacked his former legal team and now employed a new legal team. And it be like say these new lawyers know what's up, because they just granted a press conference narrating what actually transpired between their client, Pastor Chris Okafor, and actress Doris Ogala, and how Doris Ogala has been denying all the allegations she made against the pastor at the police, before he then gave both the Verydarkman and actress Doris Ogala 3 days to report to the police station with all the evidences they claim to have against their client, the pastor. Else, there would be consequences. And almost from the look of things, these coming days, because I know Verydarkman, he will soon respond. In fact, watch the video for yourself, guys, and please do what to let me know what you think in the comment section below. I'll be right back.
This Doris Ogala started with our client. There was some time in November 2024, they had a lawful business dealing where she admitted she was going to render help for a third party, because I feel it's between them, so I wouldn't bring the third party in. And the third party and these two people continued with their transaction. At some point, my client felt if Doris cannot do what was meant to be done in terms of what the investigation ought to be carried out, then there is no point her continue with that engagement. Then he decided to disengage and informed the third party. Now, I feel Doris felt offended with this position and felt she hadn't gotten what she was deserving of her, came on social media with an outcry, repeatedly damaging the man's image. That was sometime last year. The client got her arrested, our client got her arrested, and thereafter she was charged to court for cyber stalking, cyber bullying, and threat to his life. Surprisingly, people intervened that you cannot be seen as a clergy taking reproach. It was more like you're trying to strong harm this individual. Then they told her, for the purpose of peace, why not just give her something, make some concession. And as normal, the court would always encourage restitution, amicable settlement and all. And there was a settlement to that effect. I have a copy of the settlement here that was settled out of court and formed part of the court record. Now, in this settlement, she got a particular amount. I'm going to have copies of this after certifying it, made across to the public. And in this settlement, one of the clauses is that after this money is being paid, she would undertake never to contact, never to have any dealing, never to engage, or never to mention this man's name in public for any reason. She got her payment. The court adopted it. She was indemnified for whatever service. In those proceedings, she never made mention that she had any affair, intercourse, or anything that had to do with the man. I am talking as a lawyer, and I'm talking based on records. And I want you to actually listen to me without any idea of prejudice or bias, because I have no skin in it. I have nothing to lose. We're just doing our work. And I want the press corps to rely on facts of this matter. Thereafter, you would see withdrawal of criminal charge, that our client will withdraw this. The settlement sum is being stated, non-disparagement, confidentiality of the agreement, no further relationship, the entirety and final settlement, and waiver, because he waived his right to continue to prosecute her. She came on media, never said anything about it. Came on media emphasizing cherry-mongering the issue of an affair. Our client chose not to respond, because I told him, you respond this quickly, you're fighting in a dirty manner. Why not just exercise restraint and build your case? Thereafter, we saw that Verydarkman got involved, was parading someone as a child, as a daughter of the man, with another narrative. Now, before I skip the young lady, she initially started by saying there was an affair. She needed to be compensated. Then she moved to the wedding would not hold. Then when the wedding held, he went back to our lawyers were filing an action, a claim. And all and behold, we got hold of her claim. She was demanding the sum of 1 billion naira. And I know there is no member of the press that believes she's worth that much. Well, I personally think such character is not worth that much. And she abandoned the claim because we were relieved, like, oh, now that you're coming to court, everyone is going to make that position known before the court. She went ahead demanding for a house. She left the house, went ahead demanding for full payment. Thereafter, Verydarkman came, and when all that did not stick, came out with a child, with a daughter or a young lady that claims to be the man's child. Due to privacy, and because we're not in a family court, I won't reveal so much that has to do with the interaction or the relation between the said lady and my clients. And there's so many surrounding family issue between the lady's mom and our clients. And there are steps being taken by those individuals and our clients. And I can tell you on record that all evidence that such allegation never existed have been put before the police. irrebuttable evidence that there was no assault, there was no child molestation, there was nothing. The young lady, I can tell you on record, if I have the right of the court or the right of my client to disclose it to you people about why and what led her making those allegations. And you can always contact the investigative police officers to confirm if they have knowledge of that fact. Now, going ahead, there is another organization called Car Truth Podcast. Car Truth Podcast, now, before I forget, before that did not stick, the compensation, the money, then she went to the issue of someone was killed and buried in the church, and that the DSS, the police, should investigate or prove the church. We got her arrested in Abuja, hauled to Lagos, in an interaction with the highest office of the police in Lagos here. Interrogations was gone, and she was clearly asked, when my client stated that, you said I killed somebody and buried the individual in the church. Is that correct? And she denied with a capital letter, no, I never said that. The police and everybody busted into laughter. You also said my client raped his wife, hence the wife was forced to that marriage. She denied it without blinking twice. We were there. She demanded that she needed a lawyer before she could take her statement. They availed her that right. Our lawyers came through. She was writing the statement, and to our bewildering, she doesn't even understand what cyberbullying is. She doesn't understand what cyber harassment was. They asked her, even if you have a claim of promissory to marry you, which the man declined to marry, is this how you assert and enforce your right? She said she wasn't bullying him. She only cried out to the public. And I am quoting, I only cried out to the public. You are press people. You have freedom of journalism. At the end of the whole episode, you can always apply for records of these things to see. Now, she appealed to the police that she just had an operation for the treatment of appendicitis, if I recall, and that she needed more medical care to help. And the police obliged her that they were going to grant her bail to go, since it's towards the Christmas period and there's going to be a long vacation. Parties should return and investigation will proceed. And a caution was given to her that you don't go back to social media to continue your onslaught. Whatever you have, hold it, bring it before the authority. She left, and all of a sudden we saw her again ranting over social media, making false allegations. And when they told her, these allegations that you're saying, make sure on the next appointment with the police, bring them forth, you will be surprised that they have been calling her to come further to buttress the allegation. She has refused to show up. And I leave that to the police because they know the appropriate steps to take. Now, going back to Verydarkman, I had a deceased and desist letter to write that under the law, you have no such authority. You can't bring someone out. If there is a crime that has been committed, what you do is you take note of the crime, get a legal practitioner, make a formal complaint to the police looks into it and will take the appropriate steps. You cannot be the accuser, the defendant, the judge, and all in one case. We saw the coordinated way it was going. And when I wrote him, I had my staff mail it to him by WhatsApp, telling him under the law, you cannot be soliciting that anyone that has problem against this man be coming out. That's criminal public incitement. So if for some reason I was in the university, I had a dealing with a friend who has chosen not to forgive, or you have a dealing with a colleague who for some reason had nothing to do with the issue at hand, but he wants to take a pound of flesh, and you start soliciting publics to come to do what exactly? That is an harassment. That is an irresponsible use of social media and an irresponsible use of your right to express yourself.
Omo wahala deo. These particular lawyers are being worked, and we can't wait to see how things eventually turn out. Meanwhile, Pastor Chris Okafor's other baby mama, Ebere, just came out crying on social media that her life is in danger and that Pastor Chris Okafor and his cohorts are threatening to unalive her and actress Doris Ogala. But the one that shattered my heart completely is this video call she made with a popular blogger revealing the hurtful things Pastor Chris Okafor told her younger brother who reached out to him to come and take responsibility responsibility of his son. And guys, I watched that video and I couldn't help but pity this lady. I wonder why a so-called man of God will be this insensitive even to his own blood. In fact, watch the video for yourself, guys, and please do want to let me know what you think in the comment section below as you do so.
Ma?
What is it? What is the problem? What is the problem? Stop crying. Be strong. Stop crying. Tell me, what is the problem?
My only crime was just to keep this child, though. That was just my only crime. This child doesn't deserve this thing this man is doing. I swear to God. How in the name of heaven will a man of God say this? How? Even a worldly person can still have sympathy and be godly. But you call yourself a man of God. You can open your mouth and say, my child will suffer.
What did he say to you? What did he say to you?
He actually said that communication to my younger brother. My younger brother was telling him to come and do something. He should attend to his sister. Only for him to reply that I will keep on giving bloggers interviews and they'll be making money and my child will suffer and go hungry. My child will keep on suffering and go hungry, ma.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. Calm down. Don't say that. So he sent a text message to your younger brother or
To
your
my younger brother.
He sent a text. Chris
To my
Okafor
younger
sent
brother.
a message to your younger brother
Yes, ma.
that your child will suffer.
My child will suffer and will go hungry.
Will go hungry. And when was
My
that?
child will suffer.
When was that?
My child will suffer. Just this evening, around 7 p.m. this evening, my brother was soliciting on my behalf. Instead of him to even say, okay, I will do something. And as soon as my child will suffer and go hungry.
You should stop crying. Be strong. Don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry.
I'm trying to be strong, but this kind of words are very heavy. This child is too innocent to go through this, man. It's just too innocent to go through this. To have a horrible father like this.
Ebere, you have to be strong. You have to be strong. You want to say anything, you want to tell him something, you want to reply him, you have anything to say?
The only thing I have to tell him.
Be strong before you can say anything. Be strong. Be strong.
My child will not suffer. My child will not go hungry. As long as heaven stands, as long as God is alive, this child will not suffer and he will not go hungry.
Amen.
I don't mind hawking. I don't mind selling pure water, but my child will not go hungry. He will not suffer.
Amen. Your child will not suffer. Your child will not suffer.
My child will not suffer.
Ebere, be strong. Be strong. Stop crying. Stop crying. Stop
Okay,
crying.
Mama. Let me come out and
Okay. Okay.
Wallahi, this man is not worthy to be called a pastor at all. I can't wait to see how these whole things eventually turn out. Alright, so if you've watched up to this point, thank you so much, guys. Please do what, let me know what you think about this video in the comment section below. What are you expecting to be Verydarkman's reaction? Please do what to let me know as you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.